What's your name? What's your name? I'm a Kamen Rider.
What's up, everybody? It's the Quarter Guy. Microtransactions. They put microtransactions in Crash Team Racing. Nitro-Fueled. Now, honestly, I wish I could say I was surprised by this, but this is Activision we're talking about. The game launched perfectly fine without microtransactions. It just had an in-game store where you could spend your in-game currency, which you earned normally through normal gameplay, on stuff like skins and colors and all that stuff. Then they had the Grand Prix events where you could race to earn new stuff that they was adding into the game, which honestly was a pretty good approach to doing stuff like that. And with the second Grand Prix coming up, Activision made the genius decision to add microtransactions to buy Wumpa coins so you can buy the stuff. In fact, I even heard that they made the in-game prices for the Wumpa coin prices higher to push people toward these microtransactions. I find that disgusting. Honestly. The game launched perfectly fine without microtransactions, and it was perfectly fine without microtransactions. And to be honest, it should have stayed that way. But no. People liked it perfectly fine without the microtransactions, and they made great reviews of the game without the microtransactions. So Activision decided to wait until now to add the microtransactions. Now, you know how I feel about microtransactions. I feel that they have no place in retail games. Hey, if you're gonna put them in free-to-play games, they gotta be reasonable. But in retail games, honestly, no, you don't do that. That's just scummy. Especially 2 to 3 months after a game launches without them. After reviewers have had time to review the game without microtransactions in them. And the thing is, I really don't think Beanox wanted to add microtransactions. This sounds like purely an Activision decision. And from what I've heard, this isn't the first time they've done something like this. They already did it with Call of Duty Black Ops 4, from what I've heard. Honestly, this sets a very dangerous precedent, and when I heard that Activision wanted to do more with Crash and Spyro, as exciting as that sounds, there's a part of me that had a little bit of concern. Now, I'm not saying that Activision would plan to add microtransactions to single-player games for the Crash and Spyro, but there's that part of me that wouldn't put it past them. But yeah, microtransactions, I'll say it again, microtransactions have no place in full retail games that you already paid for. Especially when they're added a couple months after launch, after reviewers have already made their reviews on the game. I'm disappointed and disgusted, but sadly not surprised. Anyways, on to updates. I've got my rough draft done for my arcade retrospective for Mega Man the Power Battle. So I'm thinking of changing the name of that series. I'm not sure if arcade retrospectives really catches people's eyes or something like that. I'm thinking maybe something like QG at the arcade or Arcade in Review or something like that. But if you have an idea for a name that might stick, let me know. After that, I would like to do a rather interesting topic. One that's probably already been done, but top 10 worst game trailers. There was a certain trailer that I saw that inspired it, but I won't say what it is right now. Anyways, for my question of the week, what's your take on the addition of microtransactions to CTR Nitro-Fueled? As always, leave your answers in the comments. Favorite comments will be featured in the next episode. Here are last episode's winners. And with that, time for the fourth wall mailbag. As always, look for the community post. Send me your questions there, and I'll answer my favorites in the next episode. First question this week comes from Nickel Guy, who asks, if you were chosen to add in a new weapon type to Monster Hunter, what would it be? I've always wanted gauntlets in Monster Hunter, so you can just punch monsters in the face. I know, people have brought up that Monster Hunter Frontier used Tonfuzz, but that was something that was only available in Japan, so Western hunters have never gotten the chance to just punch monsters like that. And to be perfectly honest, punching monsters would be really badass. Not gonna lie. Especially against monsters like the Brachydios. It's freaking insane. Just the thought of it. But, yeah. The idea of gauntlets, that would be sick. Next question comes from Antonia Arenas, who asks, what are your thoughts on the EVO game announcements, specifically the one for BB Tag? Alright. Let's go in order. The first one was the announcement, or the official announcement, of Under Night In-Birth Exhalate Clear, which already had a ratings leak in Taiwan. The new character looks pretty awesome. Looks like Under Night's answer to Jin Kisaragi from BlazBlue. There's going to be a lot of new balancing too, and according to the trailer, it seems to be like the climax of the saga. I'm excited for that. No official announcement as to the consoles, but the ratings leak said PS4 and Switch, so that's what I'm going with. Next up, BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. The next, version 2.0. I guess the Senran Kagura fans did get their wish, as a Senran Kagura character, specifically Yumi, was introduced as the 6th franchise to be added to the game. The surprising part was that we got a 7th one. A Dojin game that's got a cult following called Akatsuki Blitzkampf. Under Night players may recognize the main character of that game, Akatsuki, as someone who got into Under Night. What I really didn't expect was for them to add a freaking tank. Seriously, Blitz Tank looks absolutely ridiculous, especially when compared to the other fighters in the game. And then, I'm honestly surprised we didn't get a new Ruby character sooner. I haven't really watched Ruby, but I have some friends who are fans of Ruby, and they were quite happy to see Neapolitan be announced. With her theme, no less. And the interesting thing is, there's 5 more characters to be revealed before the update launches in November. And I guess I can see why it's taken so long for them to get this news out. They've had to do all new sprites for all those characters. They were able to get characters out quicker for the first part of Cross Tag Battle because a lot of them were reused assets, which had to be simply reworked with the new format and new control format. But the new characters have new sprites, so that takes a lot more work. Anyway, I am looking forward to the new expansion. Let's see. I think the next announcement was the new Samurai Showdown DLC. We got the release dates for the 4 characters in the season pass, plus a new character that's being given to us as a special gift. Shizumaru from Samurai Showdown 3 is being added to the roster in September. That's exciting to see. Not to mention that thanks to the early success of the game, SNK has already planned a second season. headlined by Mina from Samurai Shodown 5. Those 4 characters will be released in 2020. It's great to see that the new Samurai Shodown is successful, especially after the train wreck that was Sen. I'm happy to see that SNK is back on its feet after so long. A comeback which started with King of Fighters 14. Speaking of King of Fighters, you know how funny that teasers can be? Getting our hype up with just a simple logo? Yeah, King of Fighters 15 is now in development. Exciting news. So when's our new Metal Slug coming, SNK? You said one was in the works, so tell us more. We're waiting. Then Soul Calibur 6 announcements. Cassandra's back. We're getting a Season 2 of Soul Calibur 6 DLC, including Haomaru from Samurai Shodown as a guest character. Man, SNK's putting their characters in everything nowadays. How long before we get an SNK character in Smash, and who's it gonna be? Seriously. And finally, the last highlight of the announcements. New Guilty Gear is coming. Yeah, Daisuke Ishiwatari came on stage, showed us off the trailer. Showed the trailer off, and it was freaking awesome. It's like updated graphic style. I say updated, but not completely new, but also stage transitions, and of course a dope as hell track to go with it. I cannot wait. Hopefully we get a Switch version, but I don't know. But yeah, some pretty hype announcements. We got robbed of one of them by leakers, those being the 3 Street Fighter V characters. When are they just going to move on from Street Fighter V? It can only hold them all for so long. Oh well. Next question comes from Drawboy66, who asks, if there was a new Ninja Baseball Batman game or a remake, what other cities do you want to see? Well, Milwaukee, obvs. But maybe some cities in Canada, like maybe Toronto. Let's see. Other cities, maybe Minneapolis, or... Let's see. What others can we see? Boston, probably. Yeah, I don't think Boston was in there. I forget. I don't think Los Angeles was in. Yes, San Francisco was in, not Los Angeles. So, yeah. Those are a few ideas I had. But, of course, we first have to get a new game. And considering it's called Status, I'm not sure if we're going to get anything like that. Hope so, though. Last question this week comes from Volting Master, who asks, how would you plan to storm Area 51? I wouldn't. I'm not a meme lord, and I'm not freaking stupid.